Number one, and I can read you the letter. I should probably read it to you a little bit and share it to you. Number one, let me share my screen and read you, which is on the site. Where am I going? Over here. Share screen, share now. Okay. On the SSB site, we put a copy of this letter. We're going to put the cease and desist. We're going to put a copy of every letter that you need under templates. You see this right here? Okay, yes, everybody's watching. Good. Under templates, you're going to have copies of all these things that you can send in your counties, in your letter, in your states and everything. And it doesn't matter if they overlap. So here's what's going on. Let me read this to you. This is from a doctor, a lawyer. Okay, you draft a letter to your ACLU, your U.S. attorney for your district, your congresswoman, man, woman, senator, attorney general, whatever. Dear blankety blank, your declaration of a state of emergency for the COVID-19 diagnosis criteria for a series of pneumonia and influenza-related symptoms and the allegations of the existence of a novel coronavirus is based on assumptions that are false. Now you have to wrap your head around this. This was a completely orchestrated exercise, and in the Evil One's documents, it says that it would be completed by September 2020. Okay? It's even in the White House's emergency order, whatever, that it would be completed by September 2020. Now you can read this. I'm going to go through some of this really quickly. According to the International Committee on Taxonomy of Viruses, ICTV, Coronaviridae Study Group, CSG, publication on March 2nd, 2020, the preliminary data suggesting that there was sufficient variation to determine this as a novel virus versus a mutation of known coronaviruses was not based on established scientific principles, but was responsive to the World Health Organization's prior unfounded declaration of novelty of both the virus and a new disease. Boom, number one. There could be no independent verification of the epidemiologic models predicting dire infection and mortality rates, as the underlying models and data were not published, and when sought were reportedly corrupted so as to make their examination impossible. In violation of state law, no medical or scientific evidence was provided to establish causal links between the SARS-CoV-2 and the symptoms of COVID-19, relying instead on foreign government hearsay and conjecture. Since 2003, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and their subordinate organizations, the NIAID and the Centers for Disease Control, CDC, maintained a patent preventing any independent organization from testing for the presence of coronavirus transmissible to humans through 2018, resulting in a complete lack of testing technologies. They blocked it. No state official reviewed for accuracy or veracity any of the casual statements made in the declaration of emergency, which contain false, misleading, and terror-inducing statements. You've been punked, people. You've been punked at the highest level. In violation of well-established legal precedent from this Juho versus Williamson and subsequent public health law, arbitrary and capricious rules were insinuated on part of the population that were not applied generally, resulting in the unlawful confinement of a healthy population with no basis in science. Are you getting this? This is going to the highest levels. The governor failed to provide adequate testing to confirm or deny the presence or absence of a novel coronavirus. And based on recent reports from testing of incarcerated persons reported by Reuters, 96% of prisoners testing positive are asymptomatic, demonstrating a failure to establish even a statistical link between the virus and the disease, which is actually an infection. Neither the governor nor any public health officer has followed evidence-based, peer-reviewed clinical science showing that neither social distancing of up to 6 feet of separation nor the wearing of masks has any clinical effect in a healthy population, and that instituting such policies is exclusively for the inducement of terror in the population. As a result of these and other established facts, your orders and those that follow from these orders issued in violation of the state constitution are illegal and unenforceable. I hereby demand that you immediately cease and desist in your suspension of my constitutional rights. Sincerely, and you sign your name, okay? Now, here's all the facts that you can read. There are more letters coming. There are more lawsuits coming, but let me switch back to me. And again, you can read all this. You can copy paste this. You can copy, you need to copy paste this, all these letters, but let me explain something to you. Let me come back here. How do I get back here? I need to, here we go. Stop sharing. Okay, this is what's happening. All the bad guys are in trouble. We're talking at the highest level and the smallest level. So for example, you have a contact tracer. This is how you flip the script. Anyone that is in violation of the constitutional freedoms that we have, anyone, a contact tracer, someone in someone that said that they have to enforce something that is unlawful, they also go on the lawsuit. They are in serious trouble. This is a group effort that goes back decades. This is a battle that is not just me, is not just one or two lawyers. This is a battle from all the good guys around the country that have been putting this together. And my understanding is that we all need to file a mass tort claim in our states because we just need to all, even if someone from New Hampshire calls me and says, I want to start a mass tort claim. Okay, great. Even if there's 10 more people that have already started it, the judge puts them together. It doesn't have to be just the CEO of a company. It can be the janitor that tried to enforce it. They're in trouble. Anybody that has stomped on our constitutional rights is in a lot of trouble. So those people training for those contact tracing jobs, whoo, they're in trouble. Any police officers that have been enforcing this, they're in trouble. Now,